At Hyde, we're trying to run as professional setup as we can. We can't afford what the big boys have got, if you like, but we want to get as close to it as possible. So when we met with Playertek, we knew they provided the right metrics that we were looking for. We haven't got the analysts in place where we can look at every minute detail, but we've got one analyst who can analyse the data that we have got and provide us with the information that we need. It was relatively cheap. We couldn't go over the top with spend, so it was provided the service that we could afford and use for a club at this level. As assistant manager, it provides me the information that I need to plan sessions, so we've got quite a good basis now, so we'll know on a Tuesday what type of distance we're looking to cover. On a Thursday it might be different again, and it started in pre-season, so pre-season we were aiming to cover 12-13k. We could measure it, we could see what the training was like, and then in the next session we could up it or bring it down depending on how the lads were feeling. So it's given us a real basis in terms of going into games now with the right schedule for training for Tuesday and Thursday. So now we've got to a point where we're 3 months into the season, we can look at it and say who's covered more than they should have, who's covered more sprint distance than they should have, and it's actually now relating to players' performance in the next game. So if someone's well over what they should have been in one game, they'll have a slight dip in the next one. So that will help us with team selection in terms of leaving players out. It will help in terms of training the next session where we can bring the intensity down slightly for certain individuals, and vice versa. If someone hasn't covered enough distance, we can increase their intensity for the next training, all relating to the game on the Saturday.
As an analyst, I use the system straight after training sessions, straight after match days. I download the data off the pods straight onto my computer, and then I analyse the data. And then if the coaches ask me to make a report, then I make the report and send it to the coaches. It makes it easier because, and as well as watching the game, you can see if the players are working hard enough, and obviously the stats can back that up as well.
Prior to joining Hyde, I'd never really used Playertek before. It was kind of new to me and a lot of the lads here, and since it's come in, it's been brilliant, to be honest with you. It's really easy to obviously get access to it because obviously we've got the application on the phone, so log in straight away. Since using the application, to be honest with you, and the software, it's helped my performance massively. And I think since coming to the club that my performance has improved greatly as well since coming here, and if that's down to Playertek and the coaching staff and how they base training on it, then yeah, it's helpful. Everyone engages with the Playertek. It's massive with our club, to be honest with you. The management wouldn't allow you not to buy into it as well, if I'm honest with you. I know on Saturday, for example, prior to the game, as part of the team talk, the management got up all the matches so far and the average distance covered in games. And the stats, it did show that our better performances are the games where we worked harder. Games where people have worked a bit less, ran a bit less, were our performances where we didn't quite meet our expectations, to be honest with you. So they were good stats to have. You've got things like the heat map, but the player workload as well is massive. Because I know the staff that they tailor kind of training based on the workload that we have, previous training, games, just to kind of help prevent injuries and that sort of thing as well.